We're doing. I think I'm. So, how's this video gonna work? It's actually quite simple. I'm going to mostly.
We do not care.
Let's get the quick thing out the way. The PTSD that Kazuma suffers from is obviously anime original, and the opening itself is also pretty anime original. Note I'm going from the manga, not the
novel.
Okay, so this section actually mostly just has a lot of additional dialogue. And also a tiny bit of recontext.
We do not care.
There's some added dialogue of Darkness requesting Cosmo let her know if he sees any enemies. Some dialogue about crossing lines. Some internal dialogue of Cosmo reflecting on a past friend he loved, being taken away by a delinquent. That's gone. More bubbly is added before showing the two of them falling asleep, because originally they just kind of fell asleep and we skipped right to Megaman and Cosmo talking. And then finally, dialogue of Megaman wanting to score a perfect 200-point explosion is added. Yeah, that's about... Now, this is a little out of order, but I'm going to actually start with the recontextualization. In the manga, the reason Kazuma heads back here is to make sure that Yunyun wouldn't get eaten up by the monster girl, because remember, in context, this was based on the Crimson Village arc. So, Yunyun would have been behind them because they teleported ahead. But here, Yunyun doesn't really have a reason to be there, so he's simply heading back to make sure nobody else gets eaten. And that's when he would obviously overhear the conversation. Also, the recontextualization of the ending. Because originally the ending was more Cosmo was pretty much saying, hey guys, I just got 3 levels. And then he gets decked by Aqua. But it instead changes to pretty much them all happy over the fact they now have a mallet with infinite money. They then head back, they meet Chris. Chris steals the mallet, and then that's just the end of that. That's it for really recontextualization.
Hurry up already!
Damn! Alright. Okay, so there's at least a few more things I gotta know quickly, so let me try and do that. Basically, Aqua giving advice to Kazuma is an anime original thing. The next one after that, quickly, is that in the manga, the Monster Girl explanation actually goes on a little longer. Basically, how if you ate from it, you would just die of malnutrition because it would just numb all your senses, and then you just die. And then apparently some older people would just use this to have a peaceful death. Why does this story get random? Lightning round. We have Darkness in this maid outfit, and this is actually a reference to one of the earlier pages from volume 10. I'll show it on fucking screen. Next, in the manga, the lighters here, they were actually only mentioned in passing to be sold at Wiz's shop, like hotcakes and such. In the anime, we actually get the full thing of them actually selling it. Next, we have some costume shenanigans, alright. Cosmo admiring their outfits is also added to this little moment. The maybe she'll call me Big Brother dialogue. This is actually more of a reference to something that would happen later on in the manga where he actually mentions, maybe she'll call me Big Brother before they enter and meet Princess Iris. Next is that Claire here has an outfit change. Next, Megaman attempts to show her cool introduction. Next, Aqua did a sand painting, which is anime original. Next is Megaman trying to get Aqua to distract from having Cosmo talk about his adventures. Next is Megaman squeezing Darkness's braids in frustration because Iris is basically talking shit, but eventually she let it go. Next is that Darkness is no longer stabbed through her arm. Instead, it only slightly sticks to her arm at best. The final thing is some minor changes for chapter 55, which is they're at the castle at night in the manga, but in the anime it's kind of at, I think, sunset. And that's it. That's it.